Okay. So as you noticed, no, in our previous discussion, previous recorded lecture that I have, I thought about the study of literature. So as a review, the study of literature, okay, ito yun siya. No? Kung napanood ninyo, the study of literature, I talk about this poem, kailan mo masasabi na yung literature is or story is a good story or not? No? Bakit kailangan natin ng literature? Okay? So yan siya. Merong mga characteristics kung kailan natin masasabi that a story is a good story. And also part din doon ng recorded lecture ko the last time, no? Ano-ano yung syempre, when you teach literature, kapag nagturo ka ng literature, hindi pwede, hindi nyo alam or kulang yung knowledge niyo about literature. Parang yung sinasabi ko in my quotation, you cannot give what you don't have. Hindi mo maibibigay yung isang bagay na ikaw mismo wala ka doon. Just like in teaching. Hindi mo maibibigay yung karunungan mo or yung wisdom mo kung kulang yung knowledge mo doon. No? So that's why this is talking about the literature, okay, elements of literature. Again, this is just some sort of antagonist, yung bida, antagonist, yung kontrabida. Foil character, ito yung mga supporting actors and actresses. No, iba't ibang klase ng character, setting, kailan, saan nangyari, narrative point of view. Ayan. Anyway, the deeper details of my discussion is on the last recorded lecture that I informed in our e-class. And then the plot, no, sa plot, meron tayong setting, rising action, climax, end, denouement, and end. Okay? Meron tayong nangyari din, meron tayong parallel plot, flashback, conflict. Okay, kung mapapansin, in any story, palaging may problem. Kasi if there's no problem or conflict at all, walang patutunguhan yung story. Okay, that's why there is always a problem. Yes. Kung mapapansin niyo, di ba yung, you could still remember, or if you watch the noontime show before, yung Be Careful with My Heart, starring Maya and Sir Chief, di ba? Di ba, kada tanghali siya, kung mapapansin niyo, very good vibes yung story. Di ba? Kumbaga, nakakaganda na naman ba? However, kahit na ganun siya, kung napapansin, meron pa rin siyang conflict. No, pero yun nga lang, mga minimal conflict lang. Ibig sabihin, any story, kailangan meron pa rin presence ng conflict. Okay? Kasi doon iikot yung story. The more intriguing the conflict, the more interesting yung story. Okay? And then meron din tayong theme, or ito yung genre. There are stories na horror, comedy, romantic, okay, humorous, and so on. And then style. Okay? Kayo ba? Tanungin ko, si Ansari, anong klase ng genre ng story yung gusto mo? Is it romantic, action, horror, comedy, and so on? Ano ba?
Comedy, sir.
Comedy. Okay? Anong klaseng comedy? Mga Pinoy comedies or other yung foreigners?
Pinoy comedy, sir. Like yung kay Vice Ganda.
Ayan. Diba? So that's it. No? So what about Sweet?
For me, sir, I think, is it romantic and sir, at the same time, din siya, parang yung action movie.
Romantic and actions, di ba? Actually, actually magaganda, no? Talagang depende rin yan sa taste ng viewers also, no? So on my part also, what I like is romantic, pero romantic na hindi siya I'm not going down the Filipino stories, pero I like more about yung romantic ng foreigner kasi medyo mas hindi ba, I mean unpredictable ba? Hindi yung alam mo na yung ano mangyayari like the Filipinos. Okay? Kung alam niyo yung A Walk to Remember na movie, okay? The Fault in Our Stars, and so on. Okay,
lalo na kapag action movies, sir, kasi maganda yung way ng, lalo na yung sa technology nila, sir. Ganun.
Exactly.
Advanced.
So yung mga foreigner movie na action, talagang out of your, beyond your expectation mga makikita mo. So everything is new. The more things are new for you, the more interesting you get in the story. No? Kasi gusto ko rin na action movies na theme is yung mga bida is babae. Okay, yung mga characters sa babae. Kasi parang, di ba, astig ba? Okay, or that's my
Yes,
opinion.
sir.
The more I get interested on that particular action movie. So, ganun siya. Yung mga themes also part of literature. Also, we have the style, no? Paano nilahad yung mga nilalaman ng literature na yun? Okay, tone, okay, parody, okay, yung imitation, and then condescending tones, okay? So now, we'll be talking about the teaching of literature, okay? So teaching of literature, always ask yourself first, should we teach children how to read literature? Okay, tandaan niyo yan, tanong niyo, should we teach children how to read literature? So basically, the answer is yes. Okay? Think about your own experiences of reading literature. So kailangan, as an elementary teacher, kumbaga you put your shoes on the shoes of the children. Ibig sabihin, mahirap ituro ang literature, so wag niyong madaliin yung mga bata. Kailangan little by little. Okay, there is a process, there is a step to follow. Okay, so when we teach, kailangan there is an educational experience of enjoyment of the text. Okay, kasi some point literature is somehow boring yung content. So kung hindi interesting din yung the way you teach literature, mahirapan ka din. Okay, so read the following statements and see if you agree or not. No? So there are some facts here that we need to ponder. Now, children are naturally capable of taking pleasure in what they read. Okay, which means they are naturally taking pleasure on what they read. Okay, ibig sabihin on their age, they are more into the process or learning how to read. Okay, pero iba-iba kasi yung facing ng mga bata. Lalong-lalo na lalong-lalo na yung lalaki. Okay, yung lalaki na pupil natin, minsan yung attention niya or behavior niya mas madali mawala. Kung mapapansin niyo, no? Yung mga bata kapag naaral, mas mahirap kunin yung attention ng mga lalaki or yung mga bata na lalaki na mga pupils, no? So on your part as a teacher, mas nagiging challenging din yun. Readers are made, not born, according to Chambers 1983, page 30. Okay? To some sort, this is true, no? Ibig sabihin, the children are not naturally, when they born, they could read. Okay? Kaya yung pagiging magaling sa pagbabasa, natututunan yan. Okay? The more you read, the more you learn how to pronounce well, the more you understand the words, different words that you encounter, the more you use the words you've read in conversation. Diba? So, we are always, or we could always train our pupils to be a good reader. No? So kapag meron kayo na-encounter na bata, hindi magaling magbasa, so kailangan hindi niyo siya subuan. Hindi siya ibig sabihin na only because hindi siya magaling magbasa, ayan na, okay, slow learner ka na, so you set aside. No, because they are made. Okay, they are not born. That's why you have the role of being a teacher because you need to make them a good reader. Okay, literature is more experienced than thought. Laser 1986, page 51. This is true. Okay, when we teach literature, hindi siya palaging natuturo, hindi siya palaging na-acquire through teaching, pero you let them experience literature. Ibig sabihin, you let them read, you let them write, you let them experience art, music, dancing, lahat yan, acting, okay? So mas natututunan nila kapag ginagawa nila. Which means when we teach literature, it's more about learning by doing. Okay? Again, when we teach literature, we are more of learning by doing. Okay, not learning by teaching. It makes sense. They will learn when we teach, pero you let them experience the literature. Okay? Critical analysis of literature somehow destroys pleasure in it. Okay? So minsan, kapag masyado natin ina-analyze yung literature, nawawala yung focus natin in enjoying the content of literature. Okay? That's why when we teach, hindi palaging pinofocus na class, the first stanza is wrong, the grammar of the last stanza is ganito. That's what we call critical analysis. We critique the grammar, the length, the content, the choice of words of the author in which hindi palaging nakafocus dapat doon. Kasi nawawala yung concentration ng bata para ma-enjoy niya yung content ng literature na yun. Okay? Many people don't focus their teaching of literature on the enhancement of pleasure because they believe that pleasure is private, so independent of individual taste, feelings to be taught. Okay, that's according to Nodelman and Raymore, 2003, page 32. So kailangan, some people don't focus in teaching literature on enhancement of literature or pleasure. Okay? So kailangan you yourself as a teacher, you need to make your students feel or to get the taste of the students and then how they felt when you teach the literature. Diba? Nagmamatter kasi kung paano natin, sa anong pamamaraan tinuro ito ng teacher. Okay? So minsan naaalala yung content ng tinuturo kapag sa ganitong paraan kasi tinuro ng guro ko. Ganito kasi itinuro ng guro ko yun. So mas nagiging remarkable siya. So that's why critical yung role ng teacher kasi the role of the teacher matters on understanding the content of the lesson. Okay? It's not all about the content of the lesson. Minsan kung paano nyo itinuro yung isang bagay. Kung maganda yung pamamaraan mo ng pagturo ng lesson na ito, kahit na itong lesson na ito hindi masyadong appealing or maganda or interesting dahil tinuro mo sa ganitong pamamaraan, mas nagiging remarkable siya sa students. Mas natatandaan siya. That's why teaching always matters. Okay, remember that. Meron din mga pagkakataon na minsan maganda yung lesson. Pero paano siya itinuro ng guro? Minsan yung pamamaraan ng pagturo niya boring. Okay? Hindi masyado binigyan ng lalim yung pagturo. So it appears na yung magandang content ng lesson hindi masyado naging remarkable. Okay? That's why when we teach, you justify it. Na doon palagi yung role natin as a teacher. Okay? Literature must be discussed. It's only with discussing with others who have experienced a book that the meaning can be effectively constructed. That's according to Bicknell, page 45. This is true. Okay, when we teach literature, kapag itinuro niyo yung tula, for example, huwag niyong hayaan yung estudyante na maiwan lang dun sa tula na pinasa nila. Okay? Basahin ang tula. Pagkatapos, sagutan ang nasa pahina, tatlong pahina ng inyong aklat tungkol sa tula. That should not be happening. You should not let that happen. Okay? Because, according to this, literature must be discussed. Diba? Art kasi siya. Kailangan ma-discuss mo bilang guro. Tungkol saan itong tula? Tungkol saan itong story? Tungkol saan itong awit? Okay? Because it's only in discussion that you experience a book with the new meaning. Mas naiintindihan ng mga bata yung literature kapag na talakay mo. Kapag napag-usapan ninyo. Okay? So, actually, even in college or even in high school, kapag nagturo ng literature, kailangan natatakel siya. Hindi siya dapat naiiwan. Children need teachers to demonstrate how to enter into and explore the world of literature, just as children learning language need adults who show them how the language functions in every world, according to Patterson and Eads, 99. Okay? So, kailangan nandun pa rin yung role ng teacher to demonstrate paano mo matutunan itong literature na ito? Paano ko matutunan itong language sa literature na ito? Okay? Ano yung gamit ng mga lengguwahe na binabasa ko sa tula, sa awit, or sa story sa pang-araw-araw na buhay? Okay? So always do that. And also, number 2 question. What should teachers to do help the children read the literature? So what can you do as a teacher to help the students understand or appreciate literature? Okay? First, ask children to understand every word written in a text. No? So hayaan nyo silang intindihin yung kada detalye ng mga text or mga salita na nandoon sa literature. Sa poem, or sa tula, sa story, sa awit. So hayaan nyo sila. No? So kailangan naiintindihan nila kada salita. Pangalawa, ask children to derive meaning from context as they read. So after nila mabasa yung mga salita, no, hayaan nyo naman sila bigyan ng meaning yung kada salita. Kung pwedeng gamitin nila sa pangungusap na ganito, they use this in a sentence, parang nang sa ganun, mas napaprocess nila, ano yung ibig sabihin nito? No, alam na nila yung meaning, paano mo kaya ito gamitin sa buhay? Paano mo gamitin itong salita na ito in a sentence? Okay? That's comprehension. Ask children to always read closely and analytically. No? So hayaan niyo silang mag-focus kapag binasa at saka i-analyze yung mga iba't ibang detalye ng story. Okay? Allow children to feel free to read against a text. Okay? So let them be free in reading the text. Encourage children to see the reading of literature as a source of questions to think about rather than to answers to accept. Ibig sabihin, after nila mabasahin, kapag binabasa nila itong story or poem, no, hayaan nyo silang mag-create ng mga tanong. Diba? Lalo na mga bata, tanong yan sila ng tanong. Okay? Parang sa college din, kapag merong binigyan ng chapter na ganito, di ba you ask questions? Okay? Things that you are not... yes. Okay? For understanding. Ibig sabihin, huwag nyo silang hayaan na takutin na hindi magtanong. Okay? Na takutin o matakot sila hindi magtanong. The more they ask questions, that's better. Ibig sabihin, they are trying to understand. Ask children to parrot the responses or interpretations of other people, okay, particularly those with authority over them, to prove that they understood the right things about a book they read. Okay? Pag sinabing parrot the responses, no, gayahin yung mga responses. No? They imitate. Encourage children to have their own ideas about what they read. Ibig sabihin, kung binigay mo yung idea mo after mo ituro, tanungin mo din sila. Okay, okay, sweet, what is your idea about the poem? Diba? Okay, you, Ansari, anong idea mo? Okay, or Shnaira, what is your opinion on this? Okay, kahit mga bata yan sila, hayaan silang gumawa ng sarili nilang idea para ma-process nila, para malaman mo din, para hindi palagi naka-depende lang sa teacher. Encourage children to change or exchange their viewpoints with others and respect with differences. So kapag nagbigay sila ng opinion, turuan mo din silang irespeto yung opinion ng iba nilang kaklase. Diba? So, syempre, kapag nagbigay na silang opinion, nag-open up na sila, nagsalita na sila, that's achievement. Achievement actually sa teacher. Kasi nakaya mo silang i-brought up yung opinion nila. Now, the next challenge is to teach them how to respect the opinion of others. Diba? Minsan mga bata pa naman kapag iba yung opinion dun sa opinion niya, minsan diba tatawanan nila. Ay mali, diba? Ay iba yung sa kanya. Ay hindi ganyan yung sinabi ng teacher, diba? Ganyan ang mga bata sa elementary. So kailangan when you let them express their viewpoints, allow them to respect the differences of others. Okay? Pumapasok pa rin yung role ng teacher to respect your classmates or the companion of the classmates. Okay? Provide children with diverse experiences of literature. So pag sinabing diverse, di ba, magkakaiba-iba. So kapag meron kang activity, dapat iba-iba. Di ba? Kumbaga para siyang roller coaster experience. Minsan nasa taas, minsan nasa baba, minsan masaya sila, minsan nahihirapan, iba-iba ba? Okay? Ibig sabihin, minsan magpa-role playing ka, minsan magpasayaw ka, minsan sa awit, pag-awit ka. So hindi siya isa lang. Ay, puro na lang role playing si ma'am. Lahat na lang ng role playing. So, kailangan iba-iba. You give them different tastes of literature. And then, help children to read an awareness of ideological implications. Okay? So, kailangan tanungin mo din yung mga estudyante, ano yung mga na-represent ng mga texts in reality or misinterpreted in reality or to work to manipulate readers. Okay? Yes, Ansari?
Ano yung ideological implication?
Okay. Pag sinabing ideological implications, ano-ano yung mga ideas na pwede makuha sa story na merong implication or merong kinalaman sa reality, sa totoong buhay. Ibig sabihin, kapag tinuro mo itong lesson na ito or itong tula, halimbawa, isang example ng literature, tanungin mo din sila, kailangan maging aware sila, anong moral lesson dito? Diba? Halimbawa, moral lesson dito sa kwento ng kuneho pati ng pagong, na kailangan maging masipag, huwag maging kumpiyansa, diba? Kailangan maging hardworking ka, kasi hindi ibig sabihin na ikaw yung mabagal, wala kang chance para manalo. Parang yung kwento ng pag-go katikulehin, nag-racing sila. Okay? Anong implication niya? Sabihan mo, anong implication niya in reality or in work? Okay? Na kailangan ma-extract mo yung sagot nila, na masabi nila na kailangan maging masipag tayo sa buhay, sa araw-araw, kasi hindi tayo pwede nakadepende lang sa ibang tao. Ano? Okay? So things like that. Ibig sabihin, after you teach the literature, you teach them the moral lesson. Anong connection niya sa buhay? Okay, anong connection niya ngayon? Okay? And then, meron tayong iba't ibang approaches in teaching literature. Okay? Meron tayong iba't ibang approaches. Ano-ano yung mga approaches na yun? Itong reader-centered approach, writing experiences, dramatic responses, artistic responses, or demo. Okay? So what we'll be discussing, no, itong reader-centered approach. Inuulit ko, meron tayong iba't ibang approach in teaching literature, reader-centered approach, writing experiences, dramatic responses, artistic responses, and demo. Now for reader-centered approach, okay, so we have 10 minutes remaining, no? After this, i-import ko itong recorded natin sa class. Ibigay ko rin yung nasa Word document nitong lesson na ito. Okay? So, I am here only to discuss some important lessons. No? So, ano ba yung meron sa reader-centered approach? Okay? Objectives ng reader-centered approach: to encourage individuals, readers to feel comfortable with their own responses to literary work. Okay? To encourage the readers to seek out the reasons for their responses and thereby come to understand themselves better. Number 3, to encourage the readers to recognize in the responses of others the differences among people and respect those differences. And number 4, to encourage readers to recognize in the response of others the similarities among the people. Okay? So dito sa reader-centered approach na literature, merong iba't ibang role yung teacher. Okay, meron din tayong iba't ibang klase ng lesson dito. I mean, activities. Yung role ng teacher, kailangan bring children and books together. Ibig sabihin, yung children, yung bata, pati yung libro, kailangan mapag-connect mo sila. Ibig sabihin talagang ikaw yung magiging bridge para yung bata connected siya dun sa binabasa niya sa libro. Itong ibig sabihin nito. Okay? Nasa reader-centered approach siya. Give them as many different types of literature as much as possible. No? Sa reader-centered approach, iba't ibang klase ng literature yung nabibigay mo dapat. Kailangan ma-encourage mo sila to be honest and open responses. Maging honest sa opinion nila, maging open kung ano yung gusto nilang masabi doon sa lesson na yun. And then you challenge them to explore those responses and learn something about themselves. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mas nakukuha mo yung opinion nila kapag reader-centered approach tayo. Okay, more of the responses. At saka para dun sa responses, they learn more about themselves. Bakit kaya naging ganun yung respond nila? Kasi tungkol yun sa kanila. Provide them critical language that they might clearly express their responses, and then encourage toleration. Pag sinabing we tolerate them in a good way para mas masabi nila yung mga opinion nila. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng tolerance dito. You tolerate them to give their opinion. Kahit ano pa yung opinion. Kasi more of responses. Itong reader-centered approach. And then encourage mutual understanding. MU ba? No? But not in a relationship. Okay? Yung MU of understanding each individuals or students. Okay? So kailangan ganun siya. Yung the mutual understanding is there. No? Ano-ano yung mga suggested activities sa reader-centered approach? Yung reading aloud. Okay? Pag sinabing reading aloud ng mga activity, no? So yung, di ba, kapag elementary, okay, na nakasulat yung story or tula sa harap, okay, sabay-sabay natin basahin. Di ba? That's what we call reading aloud. Okay, madalas yan sa elementary. Di ba? Tapos, di ba, meron pang time stick. Kapag naturo sa word na ito, yun yung basahin ninyo. Reading aloud yung tawag doon. Okay? Ano yung advantages dito? Mas na-encourage mo sila basahin. At saka mas nakikita yung connection ng teacher pati students kasi yung teacher and student involved doon sa reading. The reading aloud. Okay? Read stories you enjoy. Okay? Piliin mo din yung mga stories na suitable. Okay? Match sa emotional ng students at saka social development nila. Kailangan ko ano yung mga madalas na pag-uugali ng mga estudyante, okay? Or dun sa children, dun sa development ng children, yung nasa level lang nila. Huwag masyadong mature, masyado ng mga story. Okay? And then, kailangan merong illustration ng picture, book, can be seen by everyone, di ba? Merong actually ganyan, di ba? Yung malaking big book, ako story, buksan lang ng picture ganyan. Di ba? Tapos basahin, reading aloud. Tapos may mga picture siya. Actually, very effort yun sa elementary teacher. Actually, that's very good also. Kasi maliban dun sa text, nako-connect din sila sa picture. Yung very big book, tapos buksan lang ng picture. Page 1. Malalaki din yung text, na mabasa nila. Yan ang maganda kapag meron kang illustration of picture, mas connected sila. Mas nagiging interested yung mga bata compared kapag puro na lang words. Okay? And then keep the reading experience interactive. One, kailangan interactive, kailangan na meron talaga silang meron kayong connection with the students. And then be sure to pronounce words correctly. Tama ito. Bilang elementary teacher, kahit hindi kayo English teacher, okay, di ba? Sabi nila, lahat ng guro, okay, all teachers, regardless of your major, are all English teachers. Bakit? Kasi kahit math teacher yan, kahit history teacher yan, science teacher yan, ang mga instruction English. So kailangan you pronounce correctly. How much more kung tinuturo mo literature, English. No? Kailangan you pronounce the words correctly. Okay? Rehearse your reading and be sure you use the proper tone and assume different voices if there is a dialogue. Okay? So kailangan tama yung mga tunog, tama yung intonation. Okay? So different voices. Di ba meron mga stories na halimbawa dialogue na nag-usap si Ana, pati si Ben, kunwari. Di ba? Na kailangan kung ikaw binabasa mo, ibahin mo rin yung boses mo. Did you get me? Diba? Kapag nagtuturo ka, halimbawa, basahin mo itong sinasabi ni Ben, as if na kahit na babae ka, gawin mo buo yung boses mo. Tapos kapag babae naman, kailangan feminine. Diba? That's true. No? Ito yung mga reading aloud activities na nasa challenging din sa part ng elementary teacher. Kailangan kumbaga, bigyang buhay mo talaga yung story. To think, ikaw lang mag-isa nagtuturo niya. So that's a challenge. Okay? That's reading aloud. And then storytelling as well, to tell stories of love. Okay? And then pay attention to the rhythm, project your voice, and so on. Okay? Okay. So, we have remaining 2 minutes. Sige, I'll just record this. Meron tayong book discussions and so on. So, lahat nito i-import ko sa ating e-class. Import ko sa ating e-class. No? I'll just end the discussion kasi mag-i-end na rin tayo kasi merong visitor. Okay, anyway ha? Again, i-import ko siya sa e-class. Okay, so basahin nyo na lang at saka na-record naman itong discussion. Thank you very much everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you din, sir.
Thank you din, sir.